Hi guys, I'm doing an all about video, so basically where I just talk all about something. And today I'm going to talk all about Kiribati from Wikipedia. And it's about the island nation, not the Line Islands, or Kirimati. So Kiribati, officially the Republic of Kiribati, is an island nation in the Central Pacific Ocean. The permanent population is just over 100,000, more than half of whom live on Tarawa Atoll. The nation comprises of 33 atolls and reef islands and one raised coral island, Banaba. They have a total land area of 800 square kilometers and are dispersed over 3.5 million square kilometers, 1,351 square miles. Their spread straddles the equator on the 180th meridian, although the international dateline is indented to bring the Line Islands in the same day as the Kiribati Islands. The international dateline circumscribes Kiribati by swinging far to the east, almost reaching the 150 degrees west meridian. Kiribati's easternmost islands, the southern Line Islands of South Hawaii, have the most advanced time on Earth, 14 plus hours. Kiribati became independent from the UK in 1979. The capital and now most populated area, South Tarawa, consists of a number of islets connected by a series of causeways. These comprise about half the area of the Tarawa Atoll. Kiribati is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations, the IMF, and the World Bank, and became a full member of the UN in 1999. Etymology. The name Kiribati was adopted at independence, its local enunciation of the Gilbertese. This name derives from the main archipelago that forms the nation. It was named the Gilbert Islands after the British explorer Thomas Gilbert. He sighted many of the islands in 1788 while mapping the out-of-passage route from Port Jackson to Canton. The Kiribati archipelago was named Gilbert Islands in about 1820 by Russian Admiral Adam von Krusten and French captain Louis Duperrey. Both their maps, published in 1820, were written in French. In English, the archipelago was often referred to as the King's Mills in the 19th century, although the name the Gilbert Islands was used increasingly, including in the West Pacific Order of Council in 1877. The archipelago's name was incorporated in the entire Gilbert and Ellis Islands colony from 1916 and retained after the Ellis Islands became a separate nation of the Tuvalu in 1976. The spelling of Gilbertese in the Gilbertese language as Gilberti may be found in books in Gilbertese prepared by missionaries and others. It is also suggested that the indigenous name for the Gilbert Islands proper is Tungurahua. However, the name Kiribati was chosen as the name of the new independent nation by local consensus, on such grounds that it was modern, and to acknowledge the inclusion of the islands, such as the Phoenix Group and the Line Islands, which were never considered part of the Tungurahua or Gilbert's chain. The pronunciation differs. Kiribati is the official pronunciation, as T in Kiribatese makes an S sound. Early history. The area now called Kiribati has been inhabited by the Micronesians speaking the same oceanic language since sometimes between 3000 BC and AD 1300. The area was not isolated. Invaders from Samoa, Tonga, and Fiji later introduced Polynesian and Melanesian cultural aspects, respectively. Intermarriage tended to blur cultural differences and resulted in significant degree of cultural homogenization. Colonial era. Chance visits by European ships occurred in 17th and 18th centuries, as these ships attempted circumnavigations of the world or sought sailing routes from the South to North Pacific Ocean. A passing trade, whaling on the online grounds, and labor trade ships visited the islands in large numbers during the 19th century, with social, economic, political, religious, and cultural consequences, good, bad, and indifferent. The passing trade gave rise to European, Chinese, Samoan, and other residents from the 1830s. They included beachcomb rovers, castaways, traders, and missionaries. In 1892, local authorities on each of the Gilbert Islands agreed to Captain Davis RN declaring them as part of the British protectorate with the nearby Ellis Islands. They were administered by a residential commissioner based in Butaritari, Tarawa and Banaba, who was under the Western Pacific High Commission based in Fiji. Banaba, known to Europeans as Ocean Island, was added to the protectorate in 1900. Cool. Let's read about the independence now. The Gilbert Islands gained independence as the Republic of Kiribati in 12th of July 1979. Although the indigenous Gilbertese language name for the Gilbert Islands proper is Tunguru, the new state chose the name Kiribati. The Kiribati enunciation of Gilberts as an equivalent of the former colony to acknowledge the inclusion of Banaba, the Line Islands, and the Phoenix Islands. The last two of the three were never occupied by Kiribati until the British authorities, and later the Republic government, resettled Kiribati there under the resettlement schemes. In the post-independence era, overcrowding has been a problem, at least in British and aid organisations' eyes. In 1988, an announcement made that 4,700 residents of the main island group would be resettled onto less populous islands. Terubu Tito was elected as president in 1994. In 1995, Kiribati unilaterally moved the international dateline far to the east to encompass the Line Island group, so that the nation would no longer be divided by the dateline, courted controversy. The move, which fulfilled one of President Tito's campaign promises, was intended to allow business across the expansive nation to keep the same business week. This also enabled Kiribati to become the first country to see the dawn of the third millennium, an event significant for tourism. Tito was re-elected in 1998. Kiribati gained UN membership in 1999. In 2002, Kiribati passed a controversial law that enabled the government to shut down newspapers. The legislation followed the launching of Kiribati's first successful non-government-run newspaper. President Tito was re-elected in 2003, but was removed from office in March 2003 by a no-confidence vote and replaced by a Council of State. Anote Tong of the opposition party Botokan Te Kawawa was elected to succeed Tito in July 2003. He was re-elected in 2007 and 2011. Wow. In 2008, Kiribati officials asked Australia and New Zealand to accept Kiribati citizens as permanent refugees. Kiribati is expected to be the first country to lose all of its land territory to global warming. In 2008, Kiribati President Anote Tong said the country had reached the point of no return. He added, "To plan for the day when you no longer have a country is painful, but I think we have to do that." In early 2012, the government of Kiribati purchased the 2,200 hectare Notuvatu estate on the second largest island of Fiji, Vanuatu. At the time, it was widely reported that the government planned to evacuate the entire population of Kiribati to Fiji. In April 2013, President Tong began urging citizens to evacuate the island and migrate elsewhere. Wow. Cool. Let's talk more about the geography. I'm interested in that. Kiribati consists of 33 atolls and one solitary island, extending into the eastern and western hemispheres, as well as the northern and southern hemispheres. It's the only country that is situated within all four hemispheres. The group of islands are Banaba, Gilbert Islands, Phoenix Islands, and Line Islands. Banaba, or Ocean Island, is a raised coral island. It was once a rich source of phosphates, but was exhausted in mining before independence. The rest of the land in Kiribati consists of the sand and reef rock islets of atolls or coral islands, which rise only 1 or 2 meters above sea level. The soil is thin and calcareous. It has a low water holding capacity and low organic matter and nutrient content, except for calcium, sodium, and magnesium. Banaba is one of the least suitable places for agriculture in the world. Kiribati, Christmas Island on the Line Island, is the world's largest atoll. Based on the 1995 realignment of the international dateline, the Line Islands were the first area to enter into the new year, including 2000. For that reason, Caroline Island has been renamed Millennium Island. The majority of Kiribati, including the capital, is not first. For example, New Zealand, plus 13 islands, has an earlier new year. climate. The climate is pleasant from April to October, with predominant northeastern winds and stable temperatures close to 30 degrees. From November to March, western gales bring rain and occasional cyclones. Precipitation varies significantly between islands. For example, the average annual temperature is the average annual rainfall is 3,000 millimeters. Oh my gosh, why is this sentence so hard to say? In the north and 500 millimeters in the south of Gilbert Islands. Most of these islands are the dry belt of the equatorial oceanic climate zone and experience prolonged droughts. Let's talk about the ecology. Because of the young geological age of the islands and atolls and the high level of soil salination in the flora of Kiribati. Because of the young geological age of the islands and atolls and the high level of soil salination in the flora of Kiribati is relatively poor. It contains about 83 indigenous and 306 introduced plants on the Gilbert Islands, whereas the corresponding numbers for Line and Phoenix Islands are 67 and 283. None of these species are endemic, and about half the indigenous cultivated most cultivated crops are Chinese cabbage, pumpkin, tomato, watermelon, and cucumber. Cool! Kiribati has few natural resources. Commercially viable phosphate deposits on Banaba were exhausted at the time of independence. Copra and fish now represent the bulk of production and exports. Kiribati is considered one of the least developed countries in the world. Oh. Okay, that's all about Kiribati. I hope you learned something about Kiribati. I know I did. And I'll see you next time. Bye!